Welcome to Nimbus Maps Essentials. Now, to get the most out of the platform, there's a few things that you need to know to start with. First off, the location search, that's the way in which you can interact with the map most simply, and the way this works is this is a Google-powered search. So in my case, I'm interested in Warwick, but actually what I can do in this case is I can type in anything I kind of know about the particular location. So in this case, I'll do Warwick Castle. Click return, the platform will go off. Nimbus Maps goes to Google Maps and asks the centre of that location. In effect, that's what that's showing us here. The icon key in the top right hand corner, so this is going to show you what all of the different bits and pieces in the map are, what all the icons are and what they all mean. But in essence, the basics around that are that the centre of your search location is here, so this is where Google Maps said the centre of that location is, and then the system draws a 250 metre radius around that and shows you all the freehold properties edged in red on the map. That's information from Land Registry. We then have leases that are these green spots that are clustered together, these green pins that have got an L inside them. This is showing there's leases that have been registered with the Land Registry and shown in the map. Unregistered land, these are the U's in the platform, and in the elite user can then see the planning application that sits behind that in effect. So if I just zoom into perhaps a location, I can nudge the map round. If I zoom right in, I get the scroll mode feature, which in effect follows me around the map and pre-populates itself. If I zoom out slightly, we'll see the area in which it was showing, and if I just click search here again, it will reset my search to the centre of my screen in effect. Again with that 250 metre radius. Everything in the map then is clickable, so I can then click with my left click and see the left-hand side information panel pop out as part of that. And I can click around the various parts of the map, and I'll see this information on the left-hand side change. So the building that I've selected is 17 to 19 Drury Street, Warwick. I can see tag exclusive properties, Urban Limited is the owner. Wherever I see a little green plus button, I can then open that out, and there's further information behind that I can see. Where it's a red one, it'll talk about the Nimbus Maps Elite platform and the further functionality that you can get within that more powerful paid-for version, that sort of the big brother or big sister of Essentials in effect. So when I've opened that up, I can see the date to which that owner bought the property. I can see the blue link here, which will take me through to Company's House, and I can then go and dig around about that particular business. So I can see within this kind of what the SIC code of that company, what they do, the filing history, the people that sit behind us, one set of accounts, or we'll know who to get in touch with. Kind of all of that's shown in that Beta Company's House website, and obviously kind of any charges. So if I want to understand whether that particular property's got a charge against, in this case it's mortgaged to Close Brothers Limited. So all very quick and simple in that respect. Then sort of scrolling down the left hand side panel, this is a sort of scrollable panel on the left hand side here. I can see the size of the site, I can see if there's a rate assessment on it. This is under development, so if I click on the building next door, we'll see the rate assessment here, so I can then see the rateable value of that property, its offices, it's 63,500, and this in effect isn't that exact information off the rate assessment in effect, so this is the size of the various parts of the building and what that rateable value was that sat alongside it. Any kind of adjustments, any kind of car parking, whatever that might be as part of that rate assessment. So I can click all that and close that all up. Price paid data will be shown if there's if a property's been sold recently. It will show you that. EPC, the Energy Performance Certificate. So where it's red, we see that that's in the Elite platform only. So Elite users can see sort of planning histories and planning policies and this sort of stuff. But in the Essentials version, we can also see things like whether the property is listed. This little kind of square with an arrow out of it means there's a link through, so we can go and see that particular building and its listed building entry. We can see in this case 21 Drury Street is actually listed. It's grade 2 listed. And then sort of further down in the platform, further down on that website, you'll see the reason why it was listed. So this is kind of really interesting if you're going to look at redevelopment of this particular building, because this part here, this section here, is showing you why the conservation officer originally listed the building in the first place. So any kind of changes to that are then going to be a problem, and the conservation officer is going to fight you on that on those plans in effect. Flooding, so shows the property is not in a flood zone. There's some links here again, the blue indicating it's a hyperlink, so we can see that property doesn't flood, and we can kind of click through. This takes you straight through to the flood maps from the gov.uk website, and obviously the second link through to show you kind of information around what that flood zone 1 means in effect. The second flood risk link is kind of interesting as well, in the fact that when I sort of scroll down here, we have the surface water issues risk. So we can then see that in this case the property doesn't flood, and there is actually some surface water issues around the sort of neighbouring properties. So kind of very quick and easy just to understand all of that. And we can also see that the property is not in a green belt and doesn't flood. Our elite users can use the overlays and sort of see where those constraints sit and all this sort of stuff. There's got lots more information in that sort of elite version. If you want to try the elite version, you can upgrade and have a play around with that for 14 days if you want to, and that's all through that link over there. But the most important thing to do first off is to get familiar with Essentials and understand the platform, what you can get out of it. So everything's clickable. The places to go if you need to understand more about this particular platform is there's a training section here on the left where you can click on that and it will slide out, show you some videos around the various platforms that we've got, and particular Essentials is the one that we're in at the moment. There's a little button down here that you can click, and you can kick off some either conversations with our team here, or you can type into the articles here. So if you want to understand how to download leads, something like that to the platform, you can type that into here, and it'll come up with 24/7 reply to that for you as you go on. So in effect, that should be very quick and simple for you. Final things are, if I need to go and get documents from the land registry, I can do that through the platform. So I can click on the buttons on the left hand side here, they pop them into the basket up here. We can click checkout, and that will bill your credit card £3 and send you a copy of that that register by email, and it will also put a copy into your managed accounts section in the top right hand corner over here. So I haven't got it in my documents at the moment, but there'll be a list of those here for you when you go into the platform. So all very quick and very simple with Nimbus Maps Essentials.